Today in multinationals, managers are exposed on a daily basis to intercultural situations. Generally, all goes well with everyone making an effort to speak English, and there is a vocabulary and technical experience that allow everyone to understand each other quickly. But that's not always enough. Sometimes the intercultural dimension adds complexity to a situation that is already tough in the first place. This leads to the idea of developing a manager's intercultural skill set. However, if we take the case of a French multinational, we can see that practices human resources management have established for this purpose are out of touch with the reality lived by managers. Why is that? There are two reasons. First of all, there's a misunderstanding about what an intercultural skill set is. As a matter of fact, enterprises recognize one kind of intercultural skill set for one type of manager. This overlooks the fact that this skill set is based on 5 dimensions: knowledge, emotion, motivation, identity, and behavior. Managers are not all driven by the same dimensions. Therefore, they present different intercultural profiles and don't always use the same skill set to negotiate an intercultural situation. For example, managers with an ambassador profile succeed because their main objective is to reach agreement with their interlocutor, whereas ones with an enthusiast profile, guided by the emotional and cognitive dimensions, succeed because they are interested in the other's culture. They learn the other's language and create close relationships. But we must be careful, because there is no unique ideal profile, but several profiles, which are more or less suited to different contexts. And yes, a skill set will reveal itself in a situation. The second misunderstanding is that most of the time human resources managers consider only one kind of intercultural context, expatriation. Yet today, expats are not the only ones concerned with intercultural relationships, and the situations lived as expats aren't always the most complex ones. Is it harder to apply headquarters methods in a subsidiary abroad? Or to work at international headquarters on a cooperative project with a foreign partner and competitor? In the last instance, within the context of a partnership, managers don't have more experience or authority than their interlocutors, and nothing allows them to impose their point of view. An intercultural skill set, then, becomes essential to reach agreement. Finally, most managers have one kind of intercultural skill set because they are exposed to difficult contexts. And yes, a skill set develops with experience. The intercultural profile of a manager can evolve. The consequence of these two misunderstandings is that the representation of an intercultural skill set is fixed on contexts that aren't as common as they used to be, featuring pioneer managers who want to conquer new markets. We must acknowledge the variety of intercultural profiles as well as the variety of contexts in order to allow the implementation of practices that are better adapted to the intercultural reality. For example, offer training that recognizes the specificities of a context instead of a standard course that only focuses on cultural differences. Secondly, identify the complexity of a manager's past jobs from an intercultural point of view, and use this to determine if they need individual training or coaching to face a challenging position. Updating our concept of intercultural relationships gives us a chance to rethink the practices of human resources management and allows company managers to be more efficient when facing any type of intercultural situation.